Back to crafting with cotton, and in today's video I'm going to show you what else you can do with those disco ball Christmas ornaments. Remember, I used them previously to create this beautiful lamp, but in today's video I'm going to show you what else you can do with them. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I purchased this wood hanging decor. It's just completely plain. And then I also grabbed these 3 mirrors from the candle section in the Dollar Tree as well. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm also going to use a wooden dowel. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off a little bit of the excess of this wooden hanging decor, and also to remove the section that has the holes in it, because we don't want that. So I'm just going to score that with a box cutter or utility knife. Go ahead and snap that once it's scored, and then I'll finish cutting it all the way with the box cutter on the other side. From there, I'm just going to line up the mirrors on what remains of the wooden hanging decor. And I'm just going to eyeball it here, but you can absolutely use a ruler to perfectly measure each one to make sure the spacing is exactly the same. I'm just going to take a pencil to trace that. So in between, well, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and glue these down with some hot glue, so that they don't shift on me, and so that I can then place what I'm going to use is mirror tape in between these mirror strips in between each one. I got these from, I want to say, Temu. But I do know that they offer these on places like Amazon if you want to get it from like a US based company. But like I said, I got mine from Temu. They are adhesive on the back, so you don't have to worry about necessarily gluing these down unless you want to, but the covering on the back side does peel off, and I'll show you that in a second. But what I'm doing here is I'm just marking where I want to cut these pieces at. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and take my scissors and cut all the pieces down to size. And then after that, we can go ahead and start placing them in between the mirrors. So earlier you did see me glue down one of the mirrors. I only glued that one mirror down as a guide, and then decided not to glue the other 2 down until I had my mirror strips perfectly laid, just in case I had to do some adjusting, because remember, I eyeballed it and I did not use a ruler to completely measure the exact spacing. So that's what I chose to do. But if you use a ruler and measure everything exactly, then you should be able to go ahead and glue everything down. And the other thing, though, is that it can be a bit tricky to put those mirror strips in between the mirrors if they are adhered and glued down. So it actually might be a little bit more easier and convenient to not glue all your mirrors down until the mirror strips are in position and adhered to your wood piece. Next, I took my wooden dowel and I just cut them down into these little small pieces. And what I would say they're about an inch, maybe an inch long. So what I did is I take some of my double-sided stick Nano tape, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that in the center of each mirror. And then from there, I'm going to remove the back film and I'm going to glue down the small wooden dowels to each of the pieces of tape. Now you'll see in a second why I'm doing this, but it's pretty much a 2-for-1 type of project with this particular one. So the first, well, it's a planter. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, but this is going to be a planter, but we're going to do it 2 ways. And the dowel is what's going to really help us to be able to like convert this and into a second type of planter. Now you can glue down your wooden dowels with like a heavy duty glue, like an E6000 or Gorilla Glue. By all means, you could do that as well. For me, I just don't like to make it completely permanent because I might repurpose it for another video, for another project. So right here, I'm just showing you that I'm going to take this dowel and I'm just going to push through and make a hole at the top of each one of my disco balls. It is foam inside, and the foam is that foam that's very compacted. And it's also the type of foam that gets everywhere with static. So just be mindful that you may have to do some cleanup after you push through and create your holes. So this is the first hole that we're going to make, is at the top and bottom. Keep in mind that some of your mirrors may pop off, and that's totally fine. That's to be expected because, like I said, we are creating a hole. If the dowel doesn't work for creating a hole, you can by all means use a screwdriver. Those usually are sharp enough to push through foam as well, or at least get it started and then do the dowel. Then you see me here, I'm starting to press and create a hole on the side. Now, this particular hole does not need to go from one side to the other like the top and the bottom. We're actually just going to make this hole so that it goes to the center. And by center, I'm talking about the section that meets that current hole opening in the center of your ornament. And if you don't understand, I'll, try to get some more angles so you can see what I mean. But we're not going to push this all the way through to the other side is what I mean. Okay, it's just going to go and be pushed through to the center part. Now you'll notice that I am picking off some of the mirrors just because it's going to make it a bit easier for me to create this hole. So you do want to or you may have to peel some of those off. If you peel too many off, that's fine. I'll show you later what I do. I just take some hot glue and glue them back on. But like I said, it'll make it easier for pushing through the foam if some of those mirrors have been removed. So I'm just going to show you the hole. So that is the hole on the side, and then this is the hole from the top and the bottom. So that hole on the side, like I said, we're just going to make sure that it goes in far enough to meet at the center intersection of where the top and bottom hole canal have been made. Right here, I'm just showing you that I think a mirror should go right there. So I'm just going to grab one of the mirrors that I took off earlier, and I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue it in that section. Now, sometimes the mirror doesn't completely fit, so I will just turn it the opposite direction because I want to fill the gap or fill that space. So I think on this one, it doesn't fit going in the direction that it originally went, so I just placed it perpendicular. Now that I've created the holes in all 3 of my disco ornaments. I'm just going to go ahead and take and place them onto my mirrors. Right now, I'm just going to place the bottom part onto the wooden dowels that we created. And this is going to help hold them in place, as well as there is some nano tape that's exposed that if you press those disco balls down, it will attach to the tape as well and give it some more durability. So this is one way to do the planter. I did find these fake succulents at the Dollar Tree as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove those from the foam that they're in. And I'm going to place them into each one of the disco ornaments on this planter. Now this definitely can be done with real succulents if you want. Instead of using the fake ones, by all means use real ones. But this can add like a nice little element to your home decor and just give it like a little bit of a razzle dazzle and a pop. And I love the contrast of the colors, the green against this silver mirrored, silver look is really, really nice. So this would look nice on a mantle, on a stack of books, in your bathroom. It's just really, really giving. It's really nice. So let me know what you guys think of this first option down in the comment section down below. And then I'm going to show you what it'll look like when we utilize the hole on the side of the planter. So I went ahead and removed the disco balls, but I added some more nano tape, double-sided stick nano tape, because this is actually going to not lay flat this time. So again, we're going to use that side hole that we created, not the top and bottom ones, and we're going to do the same thing though. We're going to place that side hole onto the wooden dowel and the nano tape. Once we've completed that step, this is what it'll look like. This could be a moment too if you wanted something like this. Now I'm going to do this as a wall decor planter. So I'm going to go ahead and add those fake succulents back in here, or should I say artificial succulents back into our disco balls. But this time I'm going to be adding them I added them to the top before. So once you have those added, then I'm going to mount this to the wall. You can use some command strips or hooks. I have a hook exposed. That's the hook that I use. I just put a hanging, one of those like picture hanging hooks on the back of this. I just glued it onto the back and put it on the wall, mounted it on the wall. Now, this would look so good if it was like 2 or 3 on the wall and you kind of had them going in a cascading effect. Really nice. Or you could just do an elongated one. So imagine having 6 of these going straight down. That would be beautiful too. All sorts of options with this one. So let me know what you guys think of this DIY project. If you like this video, be sure to give your girl a thumbs up. And until next time, thanks for watching.